Did it do it? Did you do it?
You did that.
I thought I
No.
was going to see numbers. All right, so here we go. This is an exciting time. I am so amped up for the Warriors Quest show tonight. This has been on my mind, and I have been so excited to do this for so long. Looking for people, selecting certain people, and I believe we've got a great, diverse group of people tonight, and this is going to be a wonderful show. You guys are in for a treat because warriors are coming together and they're telling their stories live tonight. This is the most exciting live broadcast that you're going to hear tonight on Facebook. Please fasten your seatbelts and make sure you're in for a good ride. This is Warriors Quest. Are y'all ready?
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Nice. This is going to be fun, people. Now, one of the warriors that I am just thrilled to hear from is Nisha Brown. Now, I don't know if you've had the pleasure, have been on her page and you've looked at her page. If you haven't, you gotta go to her page. This girl is fantastic on her videos. She is great. She does videos. She's very, very interactive. She talks and comments on her post. And so I am excited to bring on Nisha Brown as the first guest on Warriors Quest. It's going to be exciting to hear from her as well as the other guests that we have. And I'm going to make sure that you're in for the biggest treat. Warriors Quest is going to be lit, okay? So please, let's hear from Nisha Brown, everybody.
Woo! I'm on. Oh my God. Hi. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh my God. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. One thing, my name is pronounced Natia. Everyone calls me Tia though, so no worries, no fret. Just a little bit about me. I'm from Philadelphia, PA. I've been here most of my adult life. I'm a mom, if you looked at my page, of two beautiful children. Leah, ages 2, and my son Gabriel is 10. Big age gap, but they are my, as I call them, my broke best friends. A little bit about my kidney disease. In 2014, I was 20 weeks pregnant. And I went in for just my gender reveal, just wanted to see what I was having. And instead of it being a joyous occasion, I was actually, several doctors came in, they sat me down and they were just like, you have like a huge amount of protein in your urine. And it kind of befuddled me because I honestly didn't know anything about it. But in the prior weeks before, I was dealing with symptoms of fatigue. I didn't go to the bathroom during the day, and then at night I would constantly have to get up and go to the bathroom. I noticed I noticed my ankles were like swollen, but I thought I was pregnant. You're supposed to be swollen, supposed to be puffy. Didn't think nothing of it. But unfortunately, at that point, my creatinine level was at a 9.1.
A 9.1?
Yeah. Took me for a loop. And they told me at that point my kidney function was about at 20%. So
Wow.
things went really fast, really quick. Unfortunately, I wound up losing that child due to the overflow of fluid that I had on me. But I can honestly say it wasn't brought to my attention how severe the kidney disease was. So fast forward to just about 2016, I found out I was pregnant again, and I was excited. I was ecstatic. But again, having the kidney disease and knowing about it, I didn't think honestly of it. So at that point, I was about 3 months with my daughter Leah, and things started to skyrocket severely fast. I got really sick. I wound up going to the hospital, and at that point I had to get emergency dialysis while I was pregnant with my daughter.
Wow.
So yeah, it was real. And at that point it was like I didn't want to do dialysis while I was pregnant because I felt as though the chances of my daughter making it, me making it, us both not making it, was just something I just wasn't going to deal with. So I opted not to continue dialysis while I was pregnant with my daughter. And I made it to week 30. I made it to week 30 with my daughter. I had her the day that I turned week 30 was the day that I had her. At that point, my nephrologist, who is excellent at Drexel, by the way, wanted to see if I could possibly, if my creatinine level would go down, if things would get better. Let's revisit at 6 months. Let's do this again. I seen her every other day of my pregnancy.
So you had a tight relationship then.
Yes, we are very, very close. We are like this. She calls me any time of the day. I call her any time of the day or night. She watched me literally. She was in the delivery room when I had her. I was on the table being cut open. Boom, bang. She was right there.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we got to Leah at that point. Since Leah was born early, she was in the NICU. And at that time, things got really, really bad. My husband, he didn't want to be in the marriage anymore. My brother passed away. My father passed away 2 days after Leah was born.
Wow,
And
that is quite a bit you went through.
yeah, and then I couldn't even be at the funeral because I had complications of the kidney and my C-section. So during his funeral, I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital all the way up until Thanksgiving because my daughter was born the 10th of November. So the day that I found out that I was in kidney failure and I was at stage 5, I was coming from the doctor, seeing my daughter, and my nephrologist. Like I said, we were at this point very close. She called me and said, "Whatever you're doing, I need you to come, and I need you to come talk to me." And I saw her in her own private office. Now, mind you, she doesn't let anybody up there. And she said, I'm sorry. I really thought it was going to get better, but you're in failure, and we need to start dialysis."
Wow. So she had to be really direct with you at that point.
Yes, because we tried it all. We tried, different medications. I lost like 125 pounds. I changed my diet up. I gave up potatoes. Do you know how hard it is to give up potatoes? And then at that point, everything stopped. Everything stopped. Every negative thing that I was thinking about this disease came to light. Because I said, I'll be all right. Long as I don't go to stage 5. Long as I don't go to stage 5. I'm fine. Long as I don't go to stage 5. And
so,
me being at go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry too. So at this point, you're kind of in turmoil emotionally, and you're going through all of this. A loved one just passed, and you're still recovering from a C-section. Now that you're kind of at that point transforming into a dialysis life, what kind of donor are you looking for?
So I am looking for my blood type is negative A. So I'm one
Okay.
of those lucky people that's RH negative. So I can take a negative A like myself or O.
Okay.
I believe it can't be positive or negative O, but it could just have to be O.
Okay. Right.
I did not opt for taking a kidney from someone that has like suspect. You have to sign that form if they're open to suspect diseases, other things of that nature. I didn't opt for that.
Compromised kidneys. Okay.
Yeah, I did not opt for that. And I did not also opt for a kidney of someone of an older age. I'm trying to maximize my chances of getting a good, healthy kidney without having other issues come about later on.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I know at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is just to live. I think people with kidney disease misconstrued a lot with other things. It's like, I still gotta keep moving. I still gotta be a mom. I still need to be an adult. I'm still a woman.
You're still juggling quite a bit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's real. Like when you get on dialysis and you get these issues, everything that you do or everything that you've done doesn't equate to what you're doing now.
Yeah, your regular life doesn't stop. So you've got to keep going. So now that we know what kind of donor type you're looking for the people that are watching and for people that will watch after the show, because this is going to be watched time and time again, which is exciting. What hospital, what phone number, what URL or link can they go to to apply to be your donor?
Oh my goodness, so several. So I am part of the Nicolette Kidney Transplant Center, and it's part of Jefferson Hospital here in Philadelphia.
Okay, great.
Yes, so the phone number here is 215-955-7625. My transplant coordinator is Jane Burt, Berte. They're great over there. Like I said, what else? They know all about my situation. They know the craziness that I have going on. So you can reach out to them anytime. If you need to email her, you can email her as well as Jane Burt at jefferson.org. Just her whole name at jefferson.org. Or you can look me up on my page. I have a page called Find a Kidney for Natia Brown. You're more than welcome to send me a message, and then I can forward that message over to them. Or you could just hit me up personally. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm pretty much all over.
All right. Very nice. Natia, I love your Facebook page. I love your personality. I love that you're animated. And I'm very happy that you've been on the show tonight. I'd love to continue to interact with you and continue to kind of watch what you're doing, because I'm a big fan, and I hope the best, and I wish you well.
Thank you so much. Like I said, I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone finds their kidney bean match and continue to be blessed and be loved, everyone.
All right. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. So our next guest is Brian. And Brian, help me pronounce your last name.
It's Olivas.
Olivas. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
So I've met you just on Facebook a little bit. I don't know a whole lot about you. So this is a good chance for me. My name's Jared Brown, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit. So this is great for me to get to know you a little bit, and for everyone else. And so please, this is a great chance. So please give us a little story. Give us a little bit about yourself, and tell us about your, how you were diagnosed with kidney disease and how this has kind of played out.
Okay, well, I live in Southern California, near Pasadena. Um, I was diagnosed with kidney failure in 2016, almost 3 years ago, the end of this month. I was working as a head chef in a restaurant, and I had noticed that my feet and ankles, and little by little, as the days went by, would start swelling up. And I thought it was probably a hernia, and I was also nervous about losing my job at the time too. So it took me a few days to finally go to the hospital. It took some work from my friends to get me to go there. I went to the ER, and after about 8 hours, I was told that my kidneys were working at 5%, and that I was going to be scheduled for
5%.
5%.
And this is out of the blue.
Yeah. And my family has a history of high blood pressure and diabetes. So out of my two other brothers, I was the one that got this, and they didn't.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, I was at the hospital, and I was told it was on a Saturday, and they said I'm being admitted for kidney failure, and that on Monday I'd be having surgery for my catheter. So it didn't really faze me. It didn't really affect me. I was still pretty optimistic, like, okay, no problem, whatever.
Roll the punches.
yeah. I had a lot of support from my friends and family, which helped a lot. And then when dialysis started, it was little by little, it started affecting me. Depression. My life had to change. Work got to be too much, and I ended up on disability. So through all that, I started a support group through my dialysis center. Yeah,
very awesome.
I got people from the dialysis, but not a lot. So it phased out. But I joined Network 18 to help out. So I volunteer with them now. And I also started, I missed working in the kitchen. So I started doing baking for the dialysis patients now.
Okay. Is it more of a renal diet?
Yeah. It's renal friendly baked goods that I do. I do muffins, biscotti, scones, everything that they can eat, but I make it for dialysis patients now.
Sweet.
I just had to learn how to manage my lifestyle with this disease. There are days that can be tough and difficult, especially from dialysis, but I'm slowly getting back into a lifestyle that I enjoy, because I used to, when I was a chef, I used to drink and smoke too, which didn't help with the high blood pressure. So it's been about 3 years since I've had a cigarette. I'll maybe have like an 8-ounce glass of wine every other month, but that's about it.
Okay. So you had a life change.
It was a life change. Oh yeah. I mean, my friends and we would go out every night, and nowadays it's more about watching what I eat, what I drink, and getting out and just enjoying what's out there in life. Like, I'll go to the beach, I'll go to museums, see a movie, so. But it's not, I mean, being on dialysis and having kidney failure isn't the end. It's just changing my lifestyle. And it's actually a lot better. It's a lot more fun.
Well, I like your outlook, but you mentioned how you had some depression when you formed that group and that support group. Was that able to help you with that depression, talking about it and forming like a camaraderie with a bunch of other people, like-minded people?
Oh yeah, definitely. It helped a lot. And even nowadays, even though I don't have that support group at the dialysis center, I still make my rounds to the patients and get to know them too and talk with them. And so I mean, I've seen other patients come in, there, new patients that were the same as me when I first started, that they didn't know what's going on and everything. So I reach out to them too to help out and to help them get used to this lifestyle. So yeah. And then there were other people in the support group that didn't have dialysis, didn't have kidney failure, but they did have diabetes. So I ended up getting people that weren't even at the center to come in. So it was sad that it kind of phased out, but I still, like I said, I still talk to the people that were coming to that group.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of the group, and it sounds like you still go to dialysis.
I was there today.
Okay, so
Actually,
you do it. You don't do it at home today. Then, right?
No, I do it at a center. It's actually right near my home too. So.
Okay, so very, very convenient for you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So help us understand for the people that are listening. And again, we're going to have people watch this show. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube, and people are going to be watching this on our page, a Warriors Quest page, time and time again. So this is going to be something that other people later can view. And so how can you tell people to contact the transplant coordinator, and what blood type do they have to be in order to apply?
Well, I am blood type O positive, so
okay,
it has to be O.
So they have to be O.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
No A or B or anything. So
right.
I'm registered at UCLA. And
right on.
Yeah, so their address is 1145 Gayley Gayley Avenue at Suite 321 in Los Angeles, California, with a zip code of 90095. My transplant coordinator is Joanne Martinez, and her number is 310-267-6904. And she can also be reached by email, which is jmartinez@mednet, mednet.ucla.edu. I've been there since I was diagnosed. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you've got a great relationship with them and everything. That's good.
I do. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I advocate for someone who's at her transplant coordinator is at USC Keck, which isn't too far away.
That's where I was supposed to go, but my insurance company took too long to get it straightened out, and I ended up at UCLA.
Okay, all right. I hear good things about UCLA as well, though. So top notch.
Both are really good.
Yeah. Well, Brian, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Again, I really appreciate you coming on the show. This is going to be an exciting show. People are going to hear this later, and I'm hoping that we can get this promoted to the point where we can help you and other kidney warriors. So I am so excited to do this. I'm excited for you to get more exposure, and I'm hoping that anytime you have questions, please just hit me up, okay?
Oh, I will. I'm so grateful for you guys for doing all this. This is really great. It helps a lot of people out. So
it's my pleasure. I have so much passion for kidney disease awareness that there's not enough done. And so to do this is a thrill. It's fun. And I'm so excited to do it. It's, I'll do this every day if I wanted to and if I could. This is so fun. Helping really people like you is gratifying so that you have a better life. So thank you. Thank you.
The more out there, the better. I mean, most of the time, like I said, the support group, but I also do the kidney walks for the National Kidney Foundation. So anything else that will help is really great.
Sweet. I love it. I like the enthusiasm. I do. I dig it. All right. Well, it's good meeting you again, Brian. Have a very good evening. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So the next guest is someone I know very well. She's someone whom I advocate personally and directly. I call her Lizzie. Her full name is Elizabeth, but I call her Lizzie. Sometimes she goes by Liz, but I'm going to bring her on and I'm going to have her kind of introduce herself. She's been on Steve's show, Sunday Morning Coffee Talk, before, not too long ago. But please, I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce and bring you on board, Lizzie.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Lizzie?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
Well, my name's Elizabeth Schaefer, and you would need to know that if anybody did want to donate a kidney, because when you call the hospital, they'll ask you what the person's full name is. So it's Elizabeth Schaefer, and I have kidney failure. I'm in end stage kidney failure. It's in my 5th stage. And I've had kidney failure for over 20 years. And everybody's story is different. And I was listening to the other guys tell their story, a really different story. My fear is getting complications from kidney disease. Um, I got kidney failure because of diabetes and hypertension from giving birth to my children years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's caused me to have, I believe it's caused me to have congestive heart failure and a heart attack, and possibly the cancer that I had, gout. It causes all different kinds of things to your body. It makes your bones deteriorate, and you feel like they're breaking because your kidneys are depleting the vitamins from your bones. It just does terrible things to you. And even though I look healthy, and which is maddening, because people see me and they say, there's nothing wrong with you. There's a lot wrong with me. Sometimes I can't even walk,
Mm-hmm.
so
Right.
my blood type is A positive. Anybody that would want to donate could be A or O. I don't know if they could be negative. I don't think they could be negative, can they? I don't think so. But if they're interested, I'm at Einstein Hospital
Mm-hmm.
down in Philadelphia. And my transplant coordinator, his name is Margaret McNulty.
Okay.
She's an RN down there. And I'm hoping to get accepted down there. I'm at Lehigh Hospital, but I want to transfer my
Right.
waiting to Einstein.
Right. I remember
So
you saying that in a message that you're currently doing that.
Yeah, so I went on an interview with them, and they said it looks good. They're going to let me know this week. So I'm going to give out her name and her phone number if anybody would like to donate a kidney.
Okay.
They can contact her. And her number is 215-456-4525. And her name is Margaret McNulty.
Margaret McNulty?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Lizzie, it's you brought up some good points, and I everybody, like you said, everybody's story is a little bit different, But one of the things that I think that you struggle with is that inside you're in pain, but you don't, people don't view you, and they don't see that you're in pain.
Right.
That you've had other things that have come on board, like gout, which I don't have, but I've got family members who have gout, and I hear that's very painful. It's in their feet, and it can be something that's almost debilitating, where you almost can't even walk in some cases. So,
right. But it's minor. It's minor compared to the heart attack, the congestive heart failure.
Sure.
I have retinopathy in my eyes because of everything going on. It's minor compared to the life-threatening things that we
have. That's a good way to look at it. Those things are minor compared to those other things. Yeah. And what
I had a pancreatitis attack. I mean, it affects every part of you, and you never know which one's going to take you out. You never know which one's going to kill you. So, that's the scary part. When you have this disease, you live every day wondering, what's going to get you, what's going to happen to you next.
It is something that you have to wonder about, and I don't even blame you for having those thoughts. It's natural. But I got to tell you, and I think you already know, but I want to say this verbally, I'm one of your biggest fans. I really, really am trying hard to personally help you, and I pray for you, and I work really hard to get this working for you. I honestly, I think about you, and I want you to have some success. I really do.
Well, you're a godsend. You're a godsend for me, because before you came along, I was just trying to fumble through Facebook and, put my picture out there, and maybe I got 5 shares. When we ask people to help us, and it's very hard to ask somebody to give a piece of their body
It is hard
to save a life. But we're not only asking that. If you can't, that's okay. But
right
to share our post and the information that we put out there so that it can get out to other people is really it's very important. And
it is very important, but I do understand what you're saying. Is in the very beginning when Jeff and I did it for his wife, it was hard because Jeff's wife is very private, and their family didn't share, and they didn't want to talk about it, and so this was new to us, and we started in the very beginning when we started. We were trying to find out what we could post and what we should post, and so in the very beginning, we thought kind of like you, should I be posting this, and is it okay to do this? And then we got to the point where, because we wanted to save her life, that we just pushed the limits a little bit more than we ever did before, because you love that person. And that's kind of what we do now, is that, we're very passionate, and because people's lives, they're important, we try to do posts that get attention because you deserve to be seen. But I do understand, because I've been there in the very beginning. Our posts weren't as good as they are now, and we had to learn and progress. And it's not easy to get your name out there. It's not easy to allow your face to be on a page, especially when, you're not used to doing that on a regular basis, but
you feel like you're begging. And, I don't want anybody to donate a kidney that isn't able to do that. Some people can't do that. It's too scary for them. But there are altruistic people out there that want to give money. And I feel like I'm that kind of person. I tried to give my liver once to somebody. It's either in you or it's not in you. But if it's not in you, you could help by sharing. And
that's exactly it. You hit it. You nailed it right there. Is that if you're not someone who's the right blood type, or maybe you've prayed about it and you just don't feel like you're inspired that that's something you should do, then please share the message. Donate shares if you can't donate your kidney. Donate shares, because donating shares, it's almost like currency to me. Seriously, it's that valuable.
It is.
It's so valuable, because the average person on Facebook has 314 friends. Now, that's the average person. There are some people that have thousands. The max, I just found out, by the way, is 5,000. That's the max, and you can't add more friends than 5,000. But anyway, before I get ahead of myself, the average person has 314 friends. So if we just take that one average, okay, and then we have, say, 10 people that share your post, then that's 10 times 314 just right there using that average. Now,
Yes.
I'm not great at math, but I do know that if you take the averages, then that does help, basically grow your audience. It helps grow your reach. And that's what, we've been able to see is that I looked at your page just recently, and I think that you're averaging about almost 9,000 people that you're reaching. So it's a pretty good bandwidth right
but they're
there.
not sharing, but they're not all sharing.
You're right. And so sharing is one of those things that can go up and down like hills and valleys. And so sometimes what we do is we'll come up with a post that is just a share post, maybe Jeff and I have to do that to get more people excited about sharing, where we just put a bunch of share, pictures on the poster and promote the sharing. So we may have to do that. Sometimes it's just to kind of remind people and kind of light a fire again. So, you're right. We've got to get more sharing involved. Anyway, so it looks like we've got Stephanie on standby now. So I appreciate your time, Lizzie. Honestly, again, it's an honor to advocate for you. I'm very honored to do that. I'm going to be doing this until the cows come home, because I want to have you get success, and I will be totally happy, and I will be praising God when you have a kidney donor. Okay.
God bless you, Jared. God bless you.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we're going to be bringing on Stephanie. She's on standby. So in the time that we're bringing Stephanie over, I want to talk about the direction of the show is going to be awesome, you guys, because we're going to be promoting these people's stories and getting the word out there so that they can have people call. Stephanie!
Hey,
It's great to talk to you.
thank you. How you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Man, I'm so excited to have you on the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, so you've been on Steve's show just recently, so you're not necessarily a rookie, are you?
No, I think I got it.
Yeah. So I'm excited to have you on board. I've gotten to know you a little bit already from, chit-chatting with you, and I know a little bit about your story. You've had a great billboard that's worked for you a little bit, but for those of you that maybe not have heard the story or don't know you very well, can you give us a little information again?
Okay. I'm from New Orleans, live in the Houston area, bouncing back from Houston to Miami.
Okay.
I don't have any kids. Found out that I had PKD when I was 30 after meeting my mom, because I was adopted. And so my mom passed 6 months after I met her. And then from there, I did the research and everything and just started seeing about myself through all the various specialists. And then from there, just been trying to lose the weight and control the eating and changing my diet. I'm now stage 5, looking for a donor. Been stage 5 about 2 years.
2 years,
And
all right.
Yeah, trying to avoid dialysis. Have a few potential donors, don't know just yet, but I do have a foot in the door with trying to get someone tested. One of them they are international, so it's a little difficult.
Okay. Right. That takes a little longer, huh?
Yeah, and the young lady just came forward recently. She's considering. I don't know if she's 100% sure yet, so we'll see. We only can do one person file at a time, so we just have to Yeah, that's the way the hospital works.
That's what they do it. Yeah, each hospital is a little bit different, but
Yeah,
I've heard
you
of some
can't-
hospitals doing that way.
yeah. Right, you can't process two people simultaneously.
Uh-huh.
But I want to thank
Now-
you for all your hard efforts.
Oh, thank you. That's very
Yeah.
nice of you to say that. You know, and I remember you saying PKD because when we were chatting, I have an older brother who has PKD, and
Oh,
so he's nearly 60, so he's a little bit older than I am. I think he's 62. But so with PKD, does that cause you different pain than what someone else who has chronic kidney disease because of the cyst?
yeah, sometimes the cyst does burst and cause excruciating pain.
Mhm.
Sometimes there are little short, quick pains, and others it may last a little longer, just depending. I tend to have more pain on the left side than the right side. So I'm
Oh, wow.
assuming that cyst on the left kidney is a little worse than
Okay.
the And the 2 kidney stones that I've had, they have also been in the left kidney.
Okay. So you have
Yeah.
to deal with the kidney stones as well, is what you're saying.
Every now and then, yes, I
Okay.
have crystals that form. They tend to get stuck in the center. If they get stuck in the meaty part, you might not feel it as much, but when they start bouncing around is when you really start feeling it.
Yeah, my brother who has PKD has had some kidney stones, and he says it's extremely painful. So I
didn't
feel
even know
for
it was
you.
one of them. I didn't know I had it one Friday, but I endured the pain for 3 hours and then it left. So
Oh, wow.
I was
Wow.
good. Yeah, I didn't feel like going to the hospital that day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's great talking to you. I've admired you for the longest time since we've been interacting. I think you just have a great personality. And I think you've got a great story. I mean, having found out you had PKD, but then going through it during a time where you met your parent, right? I mean,
Both parents have now died. I'm the last surviving member of my family.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, each kidney warrior has a different story, but your story is very unique, and I feel for you. I do. You've got you're definitely everybody has their own story again, but in my eyes, you're the epitome of a kidney warrior. So I have a lot of admiration for your strength and your endurance for what you've gone through. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid dialysis, so I'm really trying to get the international guy here soon. So I'm working on that right now. Yeah, we waiting on his passport and everything. So
Okay.
we hope that the administration in Washington allow him to come over.
I hope so too, because I have heard stories about how that's problematic, and sometimes it takes it's a process, and it takes a while to get all that paperwork done, and then the visa and everything.
Right.
So so you bounce around, and then I see you with the Saints jersey. So do you consider yourself more Louisiana or?
Oh yeah, that's home.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's home. That's gonna always
Very
be home.
nice.
Yeah, that's my birthplace.
Okay, very cool. My sister lived in Louisiana for about 5 or 6 years, near or around Baton Rouge. And she made some gumbo, some dirty rice, and some Cajun food. So she's.
I'm not gonna tell you what I had. I won't tell you what I had for dinner.
Oh, really? Well, tell us, I realize you've got some people that are potential candidates, but I know you've made a billboard, which was great, and that probably got you some exposure. But if someone's watching tonight or watches this show another night, how can they contact you to apply?
I have given you guys the advertisement that I used for the billboard, as well as the one that you created for me.
Okay.
The mountain that I have to climb.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I have that one circulating now, and I'm thinking about reinventing another billboard in another city to post. But again, I have about 2 people that's on standby, so I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to also help. I really want to help someone else. And so I'm trying to see about parent donation with 2 other friends that still want to give on my behalf.
That's great. Yeah, that's something I think needs to be talked about a whole lot more. I commend you.
Right. We need to pair up with other individuals that may have family members such as myself or living friends that, are willing, but just not a match. And then we can save multiple lives. That's what I'm more or less interested in, the marketing aspect of cross matching and paired matching.
I love it. I dig it. I do. I think the more we can come together and the more that we can work together, I think the more success that we can all have. And that's what it's really all about. We're, kidney warriors working together, because if we don't have each other, who do we have?
No one.
That's right. Yeah.
The support system is great. I love it. And I love the exposure that you guys are putting together. And we're getting ready to go on tour here in Houston, and then we're going to take it to New Orleans and then Miami. Very
nice.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
The kidney tour here is April 6th.
April 6th. That's when it kicks off. That's exciting.
Yeah. So we getting that geared up right now. We just started the planning process, but it's coming together rather quickly.
Very nice. Well, I'll be watching it. I will. I'll continue to try to, stay on top and get information about it. That'll be fun.
Okay, love.
All right. Well, it's been awesome. Seriously, it's been great talking to you. It's great interacting again. I hope to continue to interact with you, and I wish you the best. I really do. I wish you well. I've got lots of love for all of the kidney warriors, but of course for you.
Thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
Okay, so you're gonna do I guess another advertisement for everyone that comes out on the show each week?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to keep promoting this. I'm going to try to get some more people. So, anybody that's watching, please tell other people that would like to be on the show to contact either me or the Warriors Quest page, and send a message on the messenger there on that page, or me directly, and we'll get people on board. Because this is going to be a great way to get people promoted, get exposure, and hopefully just make sure that people get known, because this disease just needs to stop, and we need more awareness. And that's what I love about what we're doing, and what Steve is doing, is that we're just getting more people aware of it.
Right. We just have to market what we're doing. Just as a business would, a new business, so should we with our health.
Absolutely. It does need to be strategic, and we need to be very organized. I'm with you on that.
All right. Well, what I do in the future, let me know.
All right. Well, thank you very much again. It's a pleasure. Honestly, I love talking to you always. Okay. Have a good evening.
Okay. You too, brother. Thanks. Good night.
All right. Good night. All right. So everybody, one of the other warriors that I wanted to have on the show tonight that became ill is Naisha Nicole Neal. And so I want to say verbally, I wish you well. I'm sorry that you weren't feeling well and you couldn't come on the show. I hope that you're doing better. And if you're not, that I hope that, God willing, that you feel well enough and that you start feeling better very soon. So please, anybody who knows her, or if you don't even know her, please, prayers for Naisha Nicole Neal, because she needs it. We need to come together for this kidney warrior who's not feeling well. And another kidney warrior that was going to be on the show tonight that couldn't make it is Jesusa Mendoza. And so please keep your thoughts and prayers for Jesusa Mendoza as well. It's been awesome. I love doing this, and I look forward to doing more of these shows. Let's get these kidney warriors, let's get more exposure so that they all can be heard. Their stories need to be heard, everybody. Okay, they need to be heard. Every one of their stories is unique. Not one story is the same. And so I have so much passion that we need to get this out there. We need to make sure that all of them have the opportunity to have their information, their transplant hospital coordinator, phone number, URL, all of that information, what blood type their donor needs to be. And so I'm thrilled to have done this tonight. I'm looking forward to more shows. And please continue to watch this, share it. Make sure you watch it again. Tell all your friends and family to share it and invite them to watch this, to like and share this page. Thanks again for all that you do. Thanks for your following. Warriors Quest is going to be awesome. I'm so excited we're doing this every week. Please come again.